Good morrow, my friends. It's I. Blah, 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 blah. Welcome. Here I am on such a beautiful morning. Looks like we've got some rain coming in. And this made me think of a story I'd like to tell you. A long time ago, longer now than it seems, there was a small bird flying south for the winter. Now, as this bird is flying with her flock, unfortunately she came across a very large thunderstorm. And as the rains fell and the lightning flashed and the thunder crashed all around them, the little bird was knocked out of the sky. As she tumbled over and over again, she struck her wing on the branch of a tree. She couldn't fly anymore. When she got to the ground, she hopped along till she came to the maple tree. There she asked the maple, "Please, can I rest here?" The maple tree looked down at the little bird and said, No, you'll mess up all of my beautiful leaves. No, hop on." The poor little bird hopped on till she came to the oak. There she asked the great oak, "Please, can I rest here, just until my wing is better?" The oak tree looked down at the little bird and said, No, you'll eat all of my acorns. No, hop on." Poor little bird hopped on, asking all the trees within the forest. They all said no. Then she heard a small voice. "You can rest with me if you like. My needles are a little sharp, but you can have as many berries as you wish." She turned around. It was the juniper bush. Now the juniper does have sharp little needles for leaves, but little bird was so happy to finally have some place to rest, she quickly hopped in and nestled down as best she could. Now once there, she stayed safe and warm until fall. When fall came in, the temperatures began to drop, the winds began to blow, and the little bird began to shiver. As she did so, longer branches with longer, softer needles wrapped around the juniper. It was the spruce tree. The spruce wanted to help. Together, all three stayed safe and warm all the way to the dead of winter. Now in the winter, the snows began to fall, the wind began to howl, and the poor little bird began to freeze. Then longer branches with even softer needles wrapped around all of them. It was the pine tree. The pine wanted to help the little bird. Together, all four stayed safe and warm until the next spring, when the little bird was well enough to join her flock once again. Now the great Creator had seen all of this, had seen the generosity of the juniper, the spruce, and the pine, but also seen the selfishness of all those other trees. So the Creator went to the north wind and told the north wind, "Next season, I give you permission to blow as hard as you'd like. If you wish, you can blow all the leaves off all those selfish trees, but you must promise me that you'll leave the juniper, the spruce, and the pine tree alone, because they were so nice to that little bird." North Wind was excited about this. He'd never been let loose before. So the next season, he began to blow harder and faster than he ever had, and he stripped the leaves off all those selfish trees, all the way down to the sticks and the twigs. But he kept his promise. He left the juniper, the spruce, and the pine tree alone, and to this day, because those trees were so nice to that little bird, they're known as the Evergreens. Thank you for listening, my friends. I hope you have a wonderful day.